Mhm. Mm. Hey, you guys. Oh, hey, you guys. Welcome to Rev Draws. I'm Rev Already, and this is where I stream my art and share story times with you guys from Twitch to YouTube. Well, for those who are on YouTube bots, hey, YouTube, how are you guys doing? Now, some of these stories have good endings. Some of them have twists. You know, things happen. But not many of you guys know this, but my webtoon, Where Love Began and a Journey Within, is based off of my real life experiences. And yes, the main heroine is I am Kaoru. But for legal purposes, I'm going to use their webtoon counterparts. Because, I got to be safe. I don't want to be sued. But if you want to follow my art journey, all my socials are linked down below. Now, let's get started with the stream, but I'll give you guys a few minutes to get yourselves for you guys to come in. Also, I'm sorry you guys for the late stream. Oh well, let's get into this. All right, I'm not gonna wait. Let's get into it. Because look. Now let's start with this story right here. Now this is how Kaoru met Tomoe. Now, this day started with Rumiko going off. This girl was ranting about how I'm trying not to get in trouble for the word, but she called him a Asian. She was just going off, just mad. Let me get out of the start soon screen. Now, now, Now back to what I was saying. That girl was hot. That girl was hot. I've never seen her that mad as long as I've known her. Girl was hot. And I was like, ma'am, who is this man that you are talking bad about here? This person must have really scorned you. Well, Kaoru was like, man, he must have really scorned you. Because you over here want to reap revenge and shit. Like, what are we doing? And Rumiko was like, I'm not going that far now. He just made me mad. And that's when, Kaoru said, just tell me what you got going on then. Basically, when she was off to class, English class, in many ways, she's still kind of new to the classes. And basically, a friend of Tomoe's got mad at him, got mad, Simone did what she knows best. She's not gonna let anybody bully her. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You can do anything you want to, Rumiko. You cannot bully her. She will not allow it. That is a stone cold fact. She will not allow you to bully her. What you're not gonna do to her. That is a fact. So, with all that to say, she was just ranting, just kept on ranting about how that guy literally, how the guy was just getting on her nerves. Because the thing is, the guy who was getting on her nerves was a friend of Tomoe's. Thing is, around campus, people saw her and just assumed she was black and angry, which she's not black and angry, mind you. They're just going off of stereotypes. So, as I said, going off of stereotypes, that friend of his got her angry on purpose. So, he got her angry. He tried to. Thing is, he did the one thing you don't do. You don't try to provoke a woman just because you feel like it, and because she didn't comply with what he had going on. He threatened to hit her, and he literally almost hit her. And knowing the kind of person Rumiko is, she squared up with him. Which I was like, no, she squared up. No, no, no. She squared up with him and was ready for him to hit her. Tomoe gripped her up by her arm. He didn't mean to. He saw the fight about to happen. He was like, I grabbed her by her wrist. He didn't realize he grabbed her arm like that, her wrist like that, until he pushed him off her. He squeezed her wrist so hard. It was really hard that she yelled, let go of my wrist. The hell is wrong with you? But from the way she said it, it's almost like he fell in love with her at first sight. Because he just stopped. He stopped. Basically, it's almost like love at first sight look from the way she said it, because he just, was just quiet. And eventually she yelled that to hit him too. And he let go of her wrist. She fell on her wrist saying, the hell's wrong with you? And she walked off. And then she came back not bothered per se. She just, went off She was just going off. And I told her, have you ever thought about finding him and talking to him? She's like, no. Find him. And she was like, why do I have to find him? And I told her the reason why you need to find him is because he probably feels bad for gripping you up like that. He doesn't seem like a bad person. It's just that he probably tried to defuse the situation, but you got caught in the crosshairs of it. Rumiko, knowing the person she is, she said, I don't give a damn if I did get in the crosshairs. He fucking gripped me up. I want to beat the hell out of him. I was like, you cannot beat the hell out of him for just gripping you up like that. He was probably trying to defuse the situation. She said, I don't give a damn what he tried to diffuse. Well, all due respect, please do not do that to me. I was like, why are you like this? She said, what? You did it. He did that to me first. So, for all that to say, after she got mad. Ironically enough, Kaoru slash I saw Tomoe in her peripheral running, because at the time, that's when she found out he was on the track team. Just in her peripheral, and she looked at Rumiko and just shook her head. And she saw him running up there. Now, Kaoru gave him clear eye contact, and he turned his head. And Kaoru looked again like, bitch, you know I see you. I'm looking at you. That's the look she gave. Bitch, you know I see you. Give me eye contact before I come to you. And he just like, oh, hey, you guys. I did actually have a great day. Or I did have a great day so far. But the funny thing is, he ignored me again. Now I used to run track, mind you, and that made me mad. Because you're not about to ignore me while I talk to you. That's an old habit of mine that I've actually changed, actually. God. So I took my shoes off. That day I had on, well, Kaoru slash I had on sandals that day. Specifically, the old Navy sandals from the 90s, the one they sell in there, the colorful ones. I had those on that day. It was just a chill day. He did, like I said, don't ignore me. To the love of God, don't ignore me. So I bolted to him. He was scared that I bolted up to him so fast. And like I said, it scared the hell out of him that I bolted up there. He's like, what the hell? Why are you coming over here? I told you to get away from me. I gave you eye contact to get away from me. Now, Kaoru slash I gave him that look like, bitch, don't ignore me anymore when I give you eye contact. I gave you eye contact. Please don't ignore me. Because the more you ignore me, the more you'll learn not to ignore me. So I told him, hey, are you trying to look for the girl with red eyes to apologize to her? And he looked like, wait, you know her? And you know, I part of such I told him, yeah, I'm friends with her. If you want to talk to her, go ahead. Go ahead. You don't have to worry about it. She's not mad with you. But if you want to apologize, go for it. Go for it, champ. He was like, wait, so she's not mad? Carlos slash I was like, no, she's not mad at you. Why would she be mad at you? You were trying to diffuse a situation. She's not going to be mad about that. So, yeah, still funny. But he realized that she wasn't mad. So, Kaoru slash I basically drug him down to where we were, and the guys on the track team saw Kaoru slash I run, saying, "Why don't you join?" Back of my mind, I saw how many girls are on the team, and I'm like, I'm not the. It sounds. I'm not trying to be racist, but I told them I am not about to be your token, and I went on my day. I wasn't trying to be racist, but yeah, I said I'm not about to be your token. So I didn't join, and also I kind of left my track and stuff behind me, because to this very day I still can run like I used to, but I don't run unless somebody's chasing me. Something, some person or something is chasing me. So, I gotta chase me, bro. So, I said, you gotta chase me, bro. And they didn't understand at first when I said I'm not about to be your token, so I left that alone. So after I said that, let's put it like this, they only had like a few black people on the team, so the black guy on the team understood what I meant, and he said, yeah, don't do her like that. But other than, black guy on the team who peeped game or what I meant, um, he said he looked at, the black guy on the team picked up game the way Kaoru slash I went over there to him. Because the way we went over there, both the way Kaoru slash I went over there to get him, he already knew. You can interfere if you want, but I will stomp the shit out of you if anyone tries to take him away from me, because he needs to talk to her. He knows the eyes of a black woman who will curve stomp him or yell at him if he interferes. So he told the guys on the team, hey, leave her alone. He will curve stomp all of us if we interfere with her taking him away for a while to talk. And the guys on the team were like, that that scrawny girl won't even do that. And he said, look, I know the eyes of a woman who will literally curb stomp the hell out of you. And I told him, you better listen to him. He's like, yeah, right. She's not going to curb stomp. I told him again, hey, tell your friends if they interfere with me getting him over there to talk to her, I had to repeat myself, and I don't like repeating myself. And he said, "Okay, let's get back to running. Leave Tomoe to himself." Kaoru brought Tomoe over to Rumiko as she was reading her book. Oh, side note. If you ever see, if you not ever see, I didn't mean to say that. If you ever hear a story of mine, and I've told you guys this before, if if something crazy happens, Rumiko's always going to be reading a book in the situation. Always reading a book. But all I have to say, let's get back to the story. As as she was reading her book, she sensed something was off. And that's when she saw a sweaty Tomoe and a gleeful Kaoru come over here. She took her glasses off. Oh, also, she wears glasses. Took her glasses off. Look, she took her glasses off, put it in its case. She took her glasses off, put it in its case, because she had a little bag on her at the time. Closed her book and turned her head. She literally said, "Kaoru, why the hell do you have that? Why the hell did you bring him over here?" And Carl's like, "What? You bitched and moaned about him, so I brought him over here." She said, "Yeah, but he's fucking sweaty. I do not want to smell that shit." I said, "Oh, shut up. This is the only way I can." Carl said, "Oh, shut up. It's the only way I can catch him." So you're gonna. And she, I kid you not. She literally says, "So we just catching men out here now? We're just really catching men out here like this?" I said, "Oh," and Carl said, "Oh, shut up. It's either I found them or you bitch about it much longer." She's rude. Oh, shut up. And that's when it's almost like he got nervous. And, and at that moment, Kaoru had to, like, force him. Well, actually, more, she pushed him in front of her. She pushed him. Kaoru pushed him. And he was like, "Hey, man, why'd you push me?" And and Kaoru basically said, "Well, because silly, you can't say you want somebody and then act like that. I'm gonna need you to make sense for me. That ain't the math. As I would always say, that's not making sense to me. You two are not making sense to me." And at the time, this is before it clicked to me that I had my ADHD like that. Because the thing is, the way they were acting was not clicking with my ADHD at the time. I still have ADHD. It's not clicking with me. I was like, I need you two to talk to each other. Act like you got some goddamn sense. And she was like, "I do have sense." I was like, "It's not clicking to me. I'm gonna need you to act like you got some damn sense." Now, mind you, Tomoe has never interacted with either of us a day, and let's put it like this: he doesn't hate black people, but he's never interacted with us other than probably college. So he's not accustomed to being around. He's accustomed to being around black people, but he ain't accustomed to around. I say this without sounding rude. He's accustomed to black people, but he's not accustomed to the kind of black person Rumiko is. Like her background kind of let's put it like that. Not trying to sound racist or anything, but he wasn't ready for that. So back to the story. As all this was going on, basically, basically what happened was that as soon as Kaoru pushed him down, he said, "Hey, don't push me down like that. Oh, shut up. You want to apologize to her as much as she. You want to apologize to her so bad. Stop being a punk about it." Now, mind you, Kaoru slash I do not like being called punks. So, us calling him one was being very hypocritical. So hypocritical that, Rumiko pointed that out. She literally told me. Well, she literally told Kaoru slash I, now you know damn well you don't like when people call her you a punk, so why are you calling him a punk? I said, he's acting like he's giving off. I kid you not, she literally said, so he's giving off, so, so basically he's giving off feminine behavior to me, you mean? Are you saying he's giving off feminine behavior? And that's when I said you could say that. And he didn't. Thing is, he didn't catch on to what you meant. He was acting like the way he got mad. The fact that he got mad as we were, saying certain things, certain black phrases around him. He got so confused because he didn't understand them. After that, we just started saying all kind of black phrases to piss him off because he didn't understand what we were saying. So in return, he was just red in the face, mad. He was embarrassed and red in the face. And at that moment, that's when eventually Kaoru slash I had to say it. I said, "All right, gotta be honest and talk to him because he's getting flustered. It is making me laugh. He's so flustered. It's adorable." And the funny thing is, the boy literally said, "I am not adorable. I came to apologize. Stop patronizing me." Rumiko and Carl looked at each other like, "We're not patronizing you. What's wrong with you?" "We are not patronizing you. By all means, we're not patronizing you. But, but, as he was saying that I was patronizing him, but we weren't." I said, "No, no, no. We're not patronizing you. It's just that you don't know what's going on and you feel lost about it because we're not telling you anything. But no, everything's going to be fine, okay?" She's not mad with you. She's laughing. She's not mad. It's like, but I saw the way she was looking. Ugh. But I will say this. Once, you see, after that, he actually, he said, "Hey, can I, change my clothes? Cause I smell bad." Rumiko, Rumiko was a little blunt, and she said, "Yeah, let him take a shower. He smells bad as hell," and that really hurt him. It's like a knife was just thrown through his chest. Said, "Yeah, let him take a shower, and then he can apologize to me, cause I don't want any grown man coming up to me, smelling like that, apologizing to me. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Nobody wants to stink man. No one wants a man that smells like sweat trying to apologize to you. That's weird." I said, "Fine." But yes, that's what we did. So he waited. After his practice, he had to go back to his room. He literally, I kid you not, had to go all the way back to his room, which took forever. Because this is before we found out that he lives on the other side of campus, with the nice part of campus. That's before we found that out. We were like, damn, what's taking him so long? But then, I, slash Kaoru, just realized, I think and that's when it clicked to Kaoru that I've seen him before. He's with my tutor. He's usually with the guy who tutors me all the time. Usually hangs out with him. And they live on the other side of campus. She was like, wait, what? Yeah, they live on the other side of campus, like the really nice, rich parts. They live over there. Like the kids that come from money live over there. They're like, oh. And then out of nowhere, she asked this question, "Just why are you over there? Don't tell me you're over. You better be over there just for work purposes, studying purposes." I am. I don't want any men right now. Girl, I'm trying to get a degree and leave. Degree and leave. And she was like, good. I don't need you popping up pregnant on me. I was like, oh, excuse me. How dare you? How dare you say these blasphemous things about me? She says, yeah, yeah. Oh, what all that to say? He comes back around the time that, lunch, around, well, not food, lunch, around dinner time. He runs into us at dinner. You know, I didn't think about it at the time, but as as we were getting dinner, girls were eyeing him up like candy. They were like, "Hi, Tomoe. What brings you to the cap at this time?" I'm getting something to eat. He was uncomfortable. He basically looked like if uncomfortable was a person. And as he was very uncomfortable, the only thing that saved him out of those girls talking to him was this. Hey, you guys. Kaoru slash I was like, oh, hey, Tomoe, we're over here to eat. You want to come? And I never seen somebody so relieved to hear them say, do you want to come to eat with us? Never seen it so fast. What's in? But I can, at the time, Kaoru slash I could sense he was so uncomfortable. And I mean, I get it. I'd be uncomfortable too if a bunch of girls bother me everywhere I go. He's one of those Mr. Popularity guys. But as we ate together, he was basically like, hey, I know certain things happen. It's like, I didn't mean to, rip you up by your arm. I didn't mean to. Can you have it in your heart to forgive me? Ironically enough, she's literally eating cake. Yes, aren't you gonna eat food? She used to eat today, that day, they had dark chocolate. No, I think they had force. I think they had a force cake, cheesecake that day. As he was apologizing, she was eating it. She loves dark chocolate. She was just eating it. And she was like, I never said I hated you. You didn't have to apologize to me. But he looked as he ate it with such disgust. And she was like, oh, you discussed it for her. And that's when Kaoru slash I chimed in and said it's because the the track the track I told her the track. As someone who used to do track, but yeah, basically what happened was that, he just got cringed watching her eat the cake. But at the same time, he looked intrigued. So I didn't want to call him out and say, nah, that man is intrigued that you eating that cake. And at that very moment, that's when I, found out. But yeah, I was like, ooh, he likes you, girl. He love you, girl. Well, however, I didn't say that out loud. But never mind. We be like, ooh, baby, he love you, girl. He love you. He's watching you eat. No sensible man I know watches a woman eat and be enticed by it. I kind of told her, stop eating. I was like, why do I have to stop eating? Stop eating cake in front of him. He says, I'm not about to stop my damn cake. What's wrong with you? Ironically enough, Allie came over and saw us eating. She said, oh, hi, Tomoe. How are you doing? She looks at Rumiko and said, stop eating that cake in front of him. He's not thinking straight. He probably can't think straight watching you eat it. She was like, well, because he can't keep his eyes to himself. And we're like, no, 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 no. No, put it like this. He was watching her eat. She had to smack him. No, she didn't smack him. She wanted to smack him. She pinched, Allie pinched Tomoe saying, listen, talk to her like you have talked to her. So, and he had to get, the fact that he had to get himself together watching her eat cake is what's wild. But after, he finally got, the fact that he finally, got himself together, she stopped eating her cake. She stopped eating her cheesecake, but she got annoyed. He apologized, saying, hey, I didn't mean to do all that. You're like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to grip you up like that. Now, she went back to doing exactly what we told her not to do, to eat the cake again. She went back and ate the cake and said, I'm not mad. I'm not mad that you did that. You tried to diffuse the situation. That's a good thing that you diffused the situation. Because if you did not diffuse that situation, she said, if you did not diffuse the situation, I would have Millie rocked his ass. I was like, ooh. I was like, you know, I know what the Millie Rock is. For those who for those who know what a Millie Rock is, if you know, you know. Yes. He told him, I would have Millie rocked him. I was like, oh Lord. I was like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. In the back of Kaoru slash my mind, I was like, thank God. She did not think about Millie rocking it. I had so much joy in my spirit that he did. So, as I said before, she diffused it. What are you? are you? Okay, that's where that was. Because I got scared for a moment. I was like, what? But yeah, I'm so thankful she did not take it into her own hands. But basically what happened after that, after the whole after all that, um after the admitting of Millie rocking on him, he finally, you know, Allie Kaoru basically had to tell Rumiko, stop eating on that damn cake and get some damn food. That's fine. Food. Gross. Damn killjoys. We said both said we're not killjoys. We just want you not to get teeth problems. He said, I don't have teeth problems. I brush my teeth at night. Every night. But she says, since you're fussing at me, I'll give food. Ellie said, thank you. You guys are making a fuss about it. Since you guys are making such a fuss about it. She went to get food. But But yeah. After she came back, Allie and Kaoru giggled to each other, saying, and that's when, and they text each other. Tomoe has a crush on her. And then Kaoru texts Allie back, no, he likes black women. Now, Allie looked and said, oh, which I'm not surprised that that's considered as a problem. But yes. So she said, ooh, that's a problem. But yes, it was, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, crap, I messed up. I fixed that. But, other than, her saying it's a problem, basically, he's twiddling his thumbs. Basically, he was twiddling his thumbs. Like, oh God, would she like me? Would she like me? Us, even though she said, oh, that's bad. I mean, it is what it is. And at the time, Carl/I didn't realize how bad racism was in the Asian community. Like, his mom, put like this, But it is what it is. So the racism is bad, but I didn't know how bad it was. But like I said, that's for a story for a later day. But when she came and she walked over, he was eyeing her up. But funny enough, this girl, you might want me to do it like that. Let me get this right. But other than racism is real. Let's put it like this. I know a man, and when he loves, I know when a man loves a woman that he's not supposed to love. So, because ever since that moment, he apologized to her. And after she came back with food, she told him, I'm not mad at you. I'm glad you diffused it. Just don't grip me up like that with it. Don't be on that slow shit about just don't be on slow shit anymore. I was like, how is he on some slow shit, Rumiko? Don't grip up my arm and then look at me speechless. Let go. Now, now, we're not crazy. I'm not crazy. No one else is crazy at the table. But I kind of told her that I think he likes you, sweetie. I text her. I think he likes you, and he don't know how to react to you. He thought you were gonna curse him out. But yeah, I was like, ooh, sweetie, ooh. That's probably gonna go over today. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm having a hard time with this. So, but as I said, she ate. Now she ate the last thing we both thought Kaoru and Ali were thinking she ate the last thing that we thought she would. Because the thing is, she didn't walk. She walked down. We didn't pay attention to her move. She went downstairs, I believe, and got a hamburger and fries. And then a few minutes later, because there's a sushi bar behind us, she went to the sushi bar and got sushi. No, she got sushi either from upstairs or downstairs at the caf. I forgot which one. For anyone who's ever been to Kutztown University, it's either or. I don't remember. But basically, as she did that, we're like, whoa, man. You know what? Let me just get the food and my hard stuff out the way first. You know what? I'm making a muffin. You know what? I feel great today. I'm gonna make a blueberry muffin. I already got the color code and everything for it. So that's what I'm gonna make today. I feel great today. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, ma'am, why do you have so much food on your plate? I said, what? You told me to go eat. You know what I may end up doing. God. But yeah, we were like, what the hell? When the hell did they have hamburgers down there? You know, the both of us ate the pasta upstairs. This this one found this one has found a new cheat code and said, "Oh, you gotta ask for certain foods. You have to ask for it." I was like, "Ma'am, why didn't you mention to us that they were making all that stuff down there?" And then, don't you? Oh no, she got a little thing of Starbucks tea while she was at it. I was like, "No, ma'am. Tell me what? You coming up here with all these luxuries? Tell me what's going on." Said what? Reading is so fundamental. Kaoru said, "Go to hell." And what? It is fundamental. You know, Tomoe laughed when she said. Tomoe kind of laughed at how snarky Rumiko is. Said, "Well, reading is so fundamental." If you're wondering why I'm not talking right now, it's because I'm trying to get this right. I don't want it to be perfect, but unfortunately, the perfectionist and the artist in me is trying to come out and say, "No, you need to do this a certain way. You need to make it look as realistic as possible." sometimes I really want to tell her to go to hell. But I'm like, but she's me though. I can't tell her to go to hell. I was really debating on blueberry muffin or I'm really debating on having. I was either debating or having blueberry muffin or banana. Tell me which one you guys like, banana or blueberry. Oh, this is giving me hell. But yeah, that girl done come back with a whole bunch of stuff. And then got the nerve to act like to ask damn questions. No, ma'am. We're not about to antagonize us because you want to be snarky. Absolutely not. No, ma'am. And then got the nerve to act like, oh, okay. So, she's just randomly eating it. And that's when, we asked, we just looked at it and we said, we're just. And Tomoe was like, I'll come with you. Leave me alone. Dude, I know I haven't updated in a hot minute. I'm coming back. Jesus. Give me a break. Yes. Webtoon does that to me every once in a while. Like, I'm coming back. I swear. Stop sending me email. Stop sending me that email saying we miss you. I I'm like the old school McDonald's commercials. I deserve a break today. Absolutely need one. But yes, it's about to work today. Goddamn it! All right, I'm gonna update you. I'll update you after my stream. Please leave me alone in the video. I know you need me to do it. You need me to update. I'll do it. Please ease up on a girl. Let me stream first. Like, yeesh. Got you. I got you. But back to what I was saying. You know what? We're gonna do that to the phone. And yes, if you're wondering why I did that, you'll see why in a minute. You usually do stuff like this last. I have a tendency of forgetting. ADHD is one hell of a problem. You know, we're gonna make it longer. gonna be hard to this. As I said, artists in me. Wow. I can't get it right. I thought I could do it. I ain't doing all that. Yeah, we basically got the sushi and all that good stuff. Knowing the person, Kaoru slash I am, we asked them, how much do you like her? And he was like, well, I do like her, but I don't know if I'm allowed to date her. Now, mind you, I never heard of no shit like that in my life. But you know, I never heard of that in my life. I said, did you just say allow? Oh, no wonder. But you know, that kind of like blew her. Blew her. She's like, oh, I don't know what that is. But I said at the time, Carlos slash I did not know what racism was truly like. Because we lived in South Carolina, we're used to racism, but not blatant. We're used to blatant racism, but not like the way they were showing theirs up there. So, okay, I guess. Didn't, press the issue anymore because I was like, I was like, oh, okay. But there's someone who pressed the issue, all right? Pressed the issue that, in her own words, coming out her own mouth, who cares about what your mom thinks? Your mom is an openly racist woman, anyways. So who cares what she thinks? It's your life. Live it the way you should, not how she wants. Because she literally said, your mom's openly racist, but and that's when, Kaoru looked at thing is because Kaoru then thought, and that's when she asked, which one of your parents is white? So why would you ask me that? Answer my damn question. Kaoru literally told him, answer my question. Answer my damn question. Said, don't talk to me like that. I said, I'm sorry. You're not listening to me. Answer my question. And he said, well, my mom's Japanese woman, and my dad's a white man. I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense now. It's like, oh, and that's when she said, oh, it makes sense now. Mm-hmm. Will this work? What is this? Will this work today? Let's see if it stays on its best behavior today. And yes, unfortunately, I went that card. I went to that route, asking that kind of question of who's your mom or what race is your mom, because that shows unfortunately, that helps out a lot. Unfortunately, he had, and that's when Kaoru/I said, "Oh, so you have a tiger parent?" And he got scared once Kaoru said that. It's almost like a fear came in his eyes when Kaoru said that. Now, Allie at the time didn't know what a tiger parent was, so I had to. So basically, Kaoru gave her the rundown of what a tiger parent is. She was like, "That describes his mom." I said, "Yes, it is." So I wouldn't be surprised. I said, "Yes." So I wouldn't be surprised if he comes off uber perfect. And thing is, he didn't. He kind of, let's put it like this: as once Kaoru/I started talking to him, he got more relaxed and comfortable with me. But after they got back and ate their food, we all four of us laughed. After after we all went our separate ways back to our room, he waved bye to all three of us. We three of us waved back at him. I can kind of tell he was looking forward to her wave more than anything. But, uh, but yeah, after everybody went their separate ways, he was happy. I saw a glimmer in his eye, but it wasn't like this. He was so happy that he met new people because I learned that from the I met Aoi. That Aoi texted Kaoru that night saying, "Hey, someone said he met new people tonight. Were you one of those said new people?" And Kaoru said, "Yeah, why? Thank you for befriending him." I said, "Thank you for befriending him." I just want him to meet new people, is all he said. I said, "No problem." And at the time, Kaoru didn't think about it from that perspective, that, but she made a good friend. He helps her through a lot of stuff, but majority of the time, he's usually, thing is, ever since Tomoe start hanging around, he was usually seen with Rumiko all the time. Sort of like this. They're a little duo that's funny. You can kind of say, he gets on her nerves. Funny. He's so carefree that she does not like that. Rumiko hates how carefree he is, and he just likes being around her all the time. I told her, well, Karu slash I told her, He's not, if he hangs out with us, he's going to come to you at all times. It's like, he's not gonna bother me. Now, mind you, Kaoru/I told her, if he comes around us, you are who he's gonna talk to the most, because he's gonna want to get to know you. He's like, yeah, right. Kind of find out. Like I said, you hung out with her more than anything. But like this, they keep each other company. But let's put it like this. I rather she kept he kept her company than some random douchebag keep her company. So I'd rather take my chances. I'm about to add the pink. And believe it or not, the way that he's dressed right now is a lot like how Tomoe's real life counterpart used to dress. We were in college. It's very similar, but also very different. All right, we got Tomoe out the way. believe it or not, that's the end of that story. But I have a few minutes to spare. Did you know? I forgot that I did this illustration, and I was like, you know what? Is this about Tomoe? I'll make one about Tomoe. Joke's on me, because I had to remember I created this thing for Halloween. I was originally going to do this one for Halloween, but I forgot, it was Halloween that day. So your girl was scrambling. So she just said, I was like, you know what? I'll create this just in time. I meant to mention that last time that I created, which I'm actually proud of myself. It took me 2 hours to do this, to sketch it out, and then to sketch it out and get everything together, including the palettes for it. So I'm actually proud of myself. Well, he looks crazy too. Well, to me as the artist. But this is the final product. But you know what? I will say I have gotten better. Crazy enough, I have gotten better. To be honest with you, when I did this piece, I had a little bit of a problem, and that was shading, following the light source. So, like I said, I wanted to post this on Halloween, but I forgot that was Halloween. I thought it was the next day. So, because you know, I was like, I got the shading and everything. Yeah. I was like, oh, I can't post this on damn Halloween. But whatever. I'm done with it. And this is it. I call it Tomoe in the Cafe. So, tell me what you guys think in the comment section. Because I will say this. Another thing is this. Well, actually, no. Let me get this right. That's right. Shade her up a little bit. I know that seems weird what I'm doing. I am technically done, but well, not actually. I'm doing lasting touches. All right. All right. I am done. I'll see you guys on Friday at 10. This is Red Barbaridia. Bye. Bye, you guys.